Thanks for stopping by. I'm Chris Vicati, the Strategic HR Business Leader. That's up next on HR Insights. I have a unique perspective on the value HR plays in an organization. I started my career leading large marketing, sales, and operations businesses in tech-heavy, agile, and fast-paced, high-growth environments. My business philosophy has always been that businesses thrive when they focus on people, and people thrive when you focus on them. Realizing the incredible power of employee engagement as a driver of competitive advantage that adds business value, I transitioned into HR to bring my passion for people to other business leaders. In effect, I'm able to connect the dots between business needs and human capital strategies that address those needs, albeit in creative ways. I led some great HR teams and was able to help them see the value of looking at HR from the perspective of the business and not solely from HR in the academic sense. And this is at the heart of being a successful HR leader today. All HR partners, well, they desire a seat at the table as a trusted advisor in determining and setting values, culture, and business strategy. While HR leaders bring a wealth of specific knowledge to an organization, and that is needed, failure to move past the administrative, tactical, and process elements is oftentimes what keeps HR partners from having a larger impact in the organization. HR's most important role is to provide sound advice and counsel, drive creative solutions to business issues, foster change as needed, coach leaders and employees alike while fostering employee engagement aligned with company culture. To be effective in this role, HR partners must understand business challenges, issues, opportunities, and dynamics that interplay with all of them well enough to offer a relevant and practical perspective. I view the HR partner as a driver of growth consultant that's implanted in the business. HR partners should live in the business, understand it as well as the business does, and work proactively with leaders on various workforce challenges and strategies. They need to have one foot in the administrative and tactical, and that's leading generalists to specialize in these areas, while being proactive and spending the majority of their time with the business building strategy and human capital solutions that will contribute directly towards growth. My preference is to do away with the term partner because it continues to reinforce the idea that the individual is just an HR order taker and process executor specifically assigned to the business. HR leader to me is more fitting to a strategic perspective. HR leaders must take a strategic role in driving a performance culture through collaboration with the business leaders. They need to identify relevant issues and opportunities, with the end result being the creation of initiatives that drive a performance culture and business results through engagement of talent to become a competitive advantage. That's no easy task. In this two-part series, I'm going to share some insights for HR leaders concerning skills and capabilities to develop and earn that seat at the table as a valued, trusted, and necessary driver of business strategy and growth. So let's start off with business acumen. When working with my HR team, those that understood my business nearly as well as I did would always garner more time and attention. I gravitated towards them because they could provide me with ideas from both a business and an HR perspective. Seek to be fluent in the business of your clients and know it as well as they do. Become embedded with them and understand their metrics and spend time doing each job. The best way to learn how to run a marathon really well is, well, frankly, to run one. Then you have the perspective you need to run the next one much better and faster. And this is no different. Business acumen is important, but having the ability to ask great questions about the business is more valuable. This sets you up to ask deep, engaging questions about the business that will lead to collaboration on strategy, developing towards business growth. I also recommend reading The Challenger Sale and The Challenger Customer, as that provides a foundation on how to use the art of questions towards effective solution design. Strategic perspective. Business acumen and strategic perspective are interlaced. The ability to see around corners to anticipate and understand the business and what drives performance on the one hand, and the experience and perspective to integrate human capital priorities and business priorities on the other hand, well, they're crucial. HR leaders who have a seat at the table have a situational awareness about what is happening in the business and world around them through a broader lens across multiple functions and also external to their company and industry. They understand how other business functions affect the business they support, and they understand the role competition plays in both. It's about perspective. It's having the ability to apply this perspective when making strategic decisions regarding people issues that will serve the business well. I had an HR business partner that supported my sales team who was more prepared for senior team meetings regarding sales strategy, trends, and competitive updates than, frankly, most of my sales leaders. No one told her to do this, but having this wealth of knowledge paired with understanding of our strategies in the current employee environment made her an incredibly valuable asset. She came prepared with her updates and was able to ask effective questions so we could use the information to think more critically about the business. She also outlined potential solutions and ideas that always got everyone's full attention and discussion. She knew what she was talking about. She earned that right. Organizational purpose. HR leaders must fully understand the purpose of his or her company far beyond the mission statement. They need to embrace the business strategy and recognize on a personal level the reason a company's employees choose to come to work every day. And if they're not coming to work every day, well, that's an entirely different strategic issue that needs to be addressed with the business. Without a clear understanding of the precise nature of the organization's purpose and its challenges, it's impossible for an HR leader to effectively lead the task of delivering the right human resource elements to enable the organization to succeed. Human capital strategy and HR competency. Building off business acumen, being able to integrate business strategy with human capital strategy with a focus on the few priorities that matter most to the business, it's critical. You need to understand that people priorities must be delivered first from knowing how your business makes money and how human capital challenges must be overcome and what actions need to be taken to drive business results. Change leadership. One of my favorite book titles is Change is Easy, You Go First. Business growth, it's all about continual change. HR leaders must be well versed in change leadership strategies. To be a true strategic partner, HR leaders must be comfortable taking an active role in planning and orchestrating both routine and transformational change and understand the steps needed to successfully implement change while overcoming resistance along the way. HR leaders have to understand that the core components of behavioral EQ, agility, and resilience are necessary, and first to be comfortable with these elements personally before they can effectively engage with their business. Understanding these components of change on a deep level will allow HR leaders to have varying degrees of conversations with senior leaders, line leaders, and employees alike. One change, either large or small, may have various nuances to navigate. My recommendation is investing in EQ, agility, and resilience training using a 360 assessment so you first understand your strengths and opportunities and blind spots while learning strategies to improve these areas with the leaders and employees you support. And emotional intelligence. This piggybacks on changed leadership. Emotional intelligence is essential because leaders and employees allow emotion to play a large part in their decision-making process. There are countless examples where emotional intelligence plays a part, whether realized or unrealized. Leaders may have more emotion invested in their ideas or their team members when doing a talent review with other leaders. Understanding the importance of having a strong self-awareness and self-management and social awareness, it's just critical. HR leaders must have a high level of EQ, which will aid them in effectively helping leaders and employees navigate emotional situations to their strengths, their blind spots, and their opportunities. And perspective. Human resources is not always well defined in terms of what needs to be done. Focusing to solve every issue as black or white issues is not a strategic approach. True HR professionals understand there are often mitigating factors which need to be considered when evaluating issues and opportunities. Successful HR leaders don't shy away from uncomfortable or unclear issues. Sensitive issues like sexual harassment, gender discrimination, or low team engagement, they tackle them head on. In part 2, I will cover additional areas of focus, including developing a sales mentality, courage to challenge the process, negotiation skills, listening and coaching, connecting and learning, communication and presentation, and data analysis.